Hello, people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. As you can see, I have this weird smile on my face. This is going to be a very special video for me. This is going to be perhaps my 5,000th video on YouTube. This is sort of like a milestone I was waiting throughout the whole year. I didn't know I was going to achieve it or not because I kept working, I kept putting videos out there every day, 2, 3 videos. Sometimes I was not well, but I always had this thought like someday I'm going to achieve it. And of course, it's just a number. Again, few things. It's not a review, so you can absolutely stop, skip the video. I don't mind at all. But sometimes some things are special to me as a human being and content creator. I've been working for 8, 9 years, in this line. I've been buying a lot of fragrances, and creating contents, new contents, hidden gems, cheaper, expensive, niche designer. I try to cover everything. So artisanal video fragrances as well. So um, my whole target is to cover as many as fragrances possible on YouTube that maybe they are not there. Many of the fragrances I don't see any reviews there, so I buy them and I review them. And if I feel they're good or worthy of your time or interesting enough, that can be discovered, local, international, whatever product, I try to cover them, and I think I did okay, not bad. My journey started in 2016. Okay, 16 end. I think it was somewhere in mid 2016. I started doing reviews. I started collecting 2015 after I saw YouTube reviewers, Mark, Jeremy, Steven, all these fantastic reviewers. So I'll go back in time. It's a bit emotional, and I'll let you know why this is a special time for me. So before anything else, the year 2025 is ending. Surprise, surprise! That I do not understand how this year went by. It went by like a flash. It was a horrible year for us. It was very hot and humid. Weather-wise, it was terrible for wearing fragrances. We really suffered a lot, like a lot of like disease, a lot of this outbreaks, dengue, this and that in Bangladesh. Then we had flooding situation, which didn't affect me, but a lot of people. And thirdly, the worst was the student movement, which was a revolution, which saw in August, about 1.5 months. There was a fight, sort of, you can say, that broke out between the government and our people. And finally, that dictator government, they fled the country, and now we have a standing government, which is temporary, and we're waiting for election maybe somewhere next year. So basically, it was mixed bag of emotions. I'm not going to say everything was bad. I collected a lot of fragrances. I sold off many perfumes because I was going through certain phase, and I went sort of like broke at one point because I was having this burden of house rental, a lot of these other expenses, furniture. So a lot of investment went in there. But luckily, like now slowly I'm trying to work it out. Hopefully it'll be good. But I will say, thank God I got to buy many fragrances. I bought many perfumes. I am sort of like an addict when it comes to these things, because I tell myself, okay, I have had enough 25 fragrances one month. That's more than enough for you. You can just do list and this and that. But, when I go out, it's something I'm not very proud of also. Like, you don't have any self-control, which feels bad. I feel sometimes, unless I spend that money, I don't feel rich, I don't mean rich. I'm not rich, but, sometimes holding the money, sometimes you feel rich, like I have the power of purchase power. But sometimes I feel if I bought a new fragrance, I feel so much more richer. Why? Because now I have another content to make. I can use this fragrance. I can make new lists. I can get new ideas. So that in a way is something we tell ourselves, like as a reviewer, as a content creator. So it's happy times when I buy it, but after a few days, it's a regret time because you know you realize that what you have done, the mistake you have done. Anyway, so I'm very glad I did, and I do this, like for one thing, for my happiness and addiction. You can say happiness/addiction, but also I feel I represent my country. Third thing, I would say I do this for you people. This is something. It's a mix. I'm not going to say I just do it for you. I'm such a great person. No, I do this contents because I love the attention that I get when I review something and people say thank you for reviewing that. I was looking for a review, and then you did it. That's great. Sometimes a brand new release or not. And I have these childish things. I like to do exclusives, like something comes out from Latafa. Just yesterday it was launched, and or Raihan, and I did an exclusive on many fragrances in my journey. And I did feel very happy because I got instant views. So when I have monetization in the channel, it helps those views and stuff. But sadly, another bad thing was, I did mention this whole year YouTube has stopped paying you know, our due, like proper what I used to get paid. You know, it was very decent, and year end I could go holidays and this and stuff, this and that. But nowadays it's just very poor. I don't know what caused it, who caused it, whatever reason. I feel very upset about that because you do literally like 90 videos per month and you don't get remuneration. You know, imagine like other people what they're doing once a week or twice a week. They're getting nothing. You know, for content creating, basically spending a lot more than earning. So yeah, good and bad. But this winter, oh, one last thing. This winter was the absolute most horrible winter. I think world, the climate is changing, like because of global, not global, like what do you call that? Man, what is the climate changes? What's that thing? Like, man, you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? Because the heat that went up, so many places it doesn't get as cold as before. It's mostly hot and humid, very high humidity, and a lot of forest fire. So global warming, yeah. So basically this thing is changing because of our fault. We are taking down our forests, mountains. We are emptying out our reservoir, and there's not enough recycling, not recycling, the whole cycle is being disturbed. Animals are coming out from the forest to the city looking for food and stuff. That's not a good sign. So obviously I don't want to sound like so selfish. Oh, I couldn't wear my perfume, this is not good winter. It will sound very childish for a 43-year-old man. This year I'm gonna get 43, but yeah, feels old. But if our selfish reasons are, even though it's difficult for people who are homeless, or the animals, it's difficult for them. But in colder months, if you don't, in Bangladesh we used to have, last year even we had a nice sort of fog. You can wear jackets, hoodies, I say this, and you can wear very heavy fragrances like tobacco, oud, rose, incense, leather, booze. This year, sadly, I couldn't do that. There was 1 or 2 days I felt like the winter is coming. Winter was coming, but now it's 22, 23 degrees in during daytime, and if you walk, you will actually sweat, and then you need air conditioning, right? So I don't know. Someone's saying, a lot of people are saying January there'll be nice winter and it'll be rain, and real winter is coming. I'm not very hopeful, because if you are having hope, that's when you feel more hard. So I'm guessing, I'm doing a lot of this blue fragrance list because I believe summer is coming, and these are more freshies, are more helpful in summer. So basically the whole milestone, let me tell you why I'm doing this video. Of course, to make another content. I would also like to wish you happy new year in 2025. Hopefully it will go well for you and you'll enjoy your fireworks, hangouts, parties, clubbing, whatever you do. I hope you have a very good time. And the thing is, the festive vibe, the winter brings this festive vibe. I don't know why I get so worked up and so excited. I guess I'm like a bit silly in a way. I'm not a very practical person. I'm very emotional. I'm 80s baby, right? So I like to get all excited, all hyped up about like this, especially winter picnics, New Year. You have your Christmas. You have also like a lot of carnival, food festival, and then there's a new movie coming out or something like that. So you feel all like, oh, okay, I'm a fanboy. I'm like, I'm going to go watch a concert, or somewhere I'm going to take a holiday. I get very worked up for that. Like whole year we work so hard, we didn't have anything to look forward to. Everywhere is hot, you know. But I like to be a fan. Many people are too intelligent for their own good nowadays. I feel everybody works out. They're like, oh, this I know, that one I know. It's so obvious, and this Tesla car drives us there. I don't find excitement in that. I find excitement in something being, let's say, there was a movie called Transformers, right? Terminator. A lot of these films I used to watch. Nowadays, I don't watch Expendables, I think, because these movies, Fast and Furious, there was a charm about it. Like there was a fan base who used to go. Like I remember Fast and Furious, Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, this team up, or even Tyrese. So all the cars, the Skyline, the Evo, we could relate to this. The storytelling. It was silly. The Tokyo Drift was very silly, but I remember I would go watch the film even more than once. I would just buy popcorn, this and that. I would go to enjoy the film rather than say, oh, not again the same stuff. Oh, I know what's going to happen there. Oh, same old guy. And they just try to make it too complex. And then Transformers lost its plot. I don't like Transformers no more. So I'm trying to say life has become so advanced, but yet less enjoyable. Everything is, you can have it sitting at home. What's the fun in there? imagine back in the 90s, we would actually wait outside the store for a cassette to be released. Cassette means the tapes, the little tapes, and then later on CDs, right? And we would wait for those to be released like outside the store, and maybe the band would sign it for us and stuff. In Bangladesh, like we have bands like Miles, LRB, all these great bands. And we would wait for say a special month when this album would be released, and we just go and fight with people to buy it. That was the real time for me. This is just me. So even fragrances, if I compare 2016 all the way to 2020, before the COVID, actually 2019, around there, we would get so excited because I didn't have so many fragrances that time. So there are many, in my wish list, like compared to now. Back in the days, I would have like, I go to a shop, I'll always find something to buy, and I'll buy like three, four, and the next day I'll go and I'll have like few more in Target. Nowadays, sadly, when I go to the shops, I have 98% of everything they have, and the other 2% I don't want, and maybe 1% or something is out of my price range. But the fun days, it's a little bit reduced now, the excitement a little bit reduced. But again, when I buy a fragrance I like, I get very excited. So this, I guess, I'll keep doing as long as I like it. It is sometimes I get a little bit tired, I feel a bit old. But again, when I look back in the channel, I sometimes see in my group, other groups, people say, hey Joy bhai, someone mentioned you, in this group or in the channel. I feel very accomplished. I did not make so much money, as in like I couldn't buy a Mercedes Benz, for example, with my money, but I did okay. I say everything I get from my work, as a return, may it be my silver play button, may it be the first 1,000 subscribers, maybe the 100 first subscribers from the day, first year, and then keep going to groups, to post my videos every day. And I am very happy. God gave me the strength to keep doing this all the time. I keep bragging about it. I was the first one to do reviews every day, 30 days, 30 videos at least. And later on, people understood that this is how you can make so much more, income out of it. So you see big reviewers now, they do everyday videos, and they have multiple videos, which is good for the community. You can get a lot of brand new fragrances, news, latest news and stuff. So in a way, it's not a very bad thing that people sometimes say community is gone, is dead. No, community is so much more wider. A lot more people are in the fragrance game. They enjoy and they learn, they know a lot, and fragrances are popular, even though they're more expensive than ever. This is another thing I hate this year. Man, these fragrances are super expensive. If I go to buy something brand new, I cannot think of anything that will get me like, oh, Bentley for Men Intense once was $35. Gone are the days. Even if you buy the basic fragrance, they will Nautica Voyage cost $40 now in Bangladesh. Yeah, it's because of our economy fell, our dollar rate and all that. But at the same time, fragrances have gone high in many countries. So it's a bad news. I do prefer to buy like Middle Eastern houses a lot more. They give better value, like Ahmed Al Maghribi. So next year, if I am here, I have plans to do a lot more of this work. I don't know how my work pattern is going to be, but YouTube pay or not, I continue my work. This is what I love. And thank you so much for staying with me. Whatever, way you supported me, it means a lot. Whoever you are watching and giving me your time, I value you. If you value me, I definitely value you. And then I keep you in my prayers. Okay, so keep me in your prayers so I can continue to do this. And uh, all praises belong to him. Even if you believe in God or not, if you're from this religion or any other religion, it doesn't matter. What matters is being a good human being, be honest, and keep working. And I think God knows best what man needs. And then sometimes it's going to be low days, sometimes it's going to be good days, right? So happy new year once again to all of you. Thank you so much for being with me. And I know that there are plenty more videos to come, hopefully, and plenty more reviews to come. A lot of fragrances discontinued, hard to find. I'll try to mix it up next year, hopefully. And I'll just go and relax after this a little bit. Okay, have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all. And happy new year and happy holidays. See you.